welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime.
Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 44. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now they try the right side here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now. than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hands it off out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down.
On first down, Floyd. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
run on first down. It's Floyd. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Floyd. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown 49ers! From 8 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. LA set to take over again on offense. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Skaggs finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Skaggs. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Skaggs. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. back to throw. Skaggs throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw. Skaggs. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They juked him. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. On 1st and 10, Skaggs, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. Going to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 121 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Skaggs. This will be caught by Brown. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Buddy Howell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play. That gets him the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Now back to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On first down, it's Floyd. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Floyd, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Floyd. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais.
They'll run on 1st down. Funk. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Off the play fake. Skaggs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Looking to throw. Skaggs.
They'll set up the screen to Funk.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a third down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
They'll look to throw. And this is Floyd, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a gain of 14, but it brings up third down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game, partner. A spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish. And as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came